Bitcoin looking bullish, breaking $11,000 this morning. Yesterday morning, breaking the upper trend line of a bullish symmetrical triangle with a $12,500 target. What's in store for Bitcoin in the coming days? Can Bitcoin hit that target? And is there any potential or likelihood of a throwback back down? What's up, everyone? Thanks for coming by Crypto Capital Venture. Hit the subscribe on the way in. Let's jump into the video. This is the hourly chart. This is yesterday morning. Bitcoin making that very important move through that upper trend line of the symmetrical triangle. You see it right there, consolidating down just above the upper trend line, which is just a beautiful consolidation before some continuation through $11,000. I want to break all this down for you quickly, smoothly, and as nicely as possible. And I want to start on the weekly zoomed out chart because what is at stake? A lot, everyone. Put the macro into perspective, even when looking at these micro moves. This is a swing high bull market high, swing high last summer, lower high potentially in play now. We know it. We talked about it all the time on this channel recently. Now, on this macro chart also, as Bitcoin tries to break last summer's swing high, is the inverse head and shoulders that we haven't forgotten about. We got the break through the neckline right here in July. We talked about potential for retracing and testing that neckline, which we have been doing for pretty much over a month. And this is bullish for Bitcoin. Bitcoin for the last 3 weeks has closed above the neckline. Even with two red candles, Bitcoin has closed above the neckline. That's something to be aware of because that's what we want to see for Bitcoin, for the Bitcoin bulls. Remember, the breakout target is above $20,000 out of this inverse head and shoulders. This is a long-term, around a year-long inverse head and shoulders. So to get to that breakout target, obviously going to take some time, right? We're months into it now after getting through this neckline alone. So that's really what is at stake. Really, Bitcoin seeing support above that neckline is important because just below it is the 50-week moving average down here around $9,000. And we're going to talk about that in a few minutes. And also this long-term upper trend line of this huge symmetrical triangle with a breakout target of, I think, above $50,000. So that's what's at stake on these long-term zoomed out charts. And then if we start zooming in, we start wondering, well, how do we get here for Bitcoin's next move, right? We're really tracking Bitcoin and it's starting to really play into macro charts, but how do we get here in the kind of midterm? We know we have this head and shoulders Bitcoin formed when we had our swing high to 12,500. And this is a very crucial area, everyone, because it's our breakout target out of this symmetrical triangle. Bitcoin needs to break this area. So important. And we're going to talk about that in a minute as well. But we hit our target out of that head and shoulders and we fell into this pattern. Now, if we're trying to break down this next move for Bitcoin, because I know that's probably why you all are here, there are some really important things we need to discuss in terms of this symmetrical triangle that you see on the screen right here. So let's do it. It starts September 26 when this symmetrical triangle wasn't even a symmetrical triangle. We began discussing the possibilities of it in formation. We plotted around 14 days out from September 26. That would bring us to around October 10th for a breakout. That is a very important area. And then it transpired. October 2nd, we really get that symmetrical triangle. We started breaking down the data on a symmetrical triangle. The breakout target, I think we put exactly at October 7th. We were like 12 hours off. And then here we are in the symmetrical triangle. Now the data, the rule that I want to talk about in this video is not only the 74% to the apex, right? That is important. But there's another piece of data that I want to throw out there. And it is, although we get 60% of the time a breakout to the upside, which we got a breakout to the upside, 74% of the way to the apex of the triangle is average. 62% of the time, and this is based off of 3,000 trades, this is actual data on Bukowski's website, thepatternSite.com, 62% of the time, there is a throwback. Now, a throwback is essentially when Bitcoin comes back down and retests a trend line. In this case, the upper trend line, and that right now is around $10,800. But even so, we are above the apex of the symmetrical triangle. A throwback can really be anywhere here to the apex of the symmetrical triangle. And that's very important for you to know, because if Bitcoin does that, many people are going to turn very bearish, but it's not the end of this Bitcoin move. It doesn't have to be, at least. Oftentimes, and we talk about it all the time, it's exactly what happened on this inverse head and shoulders. Bitcoin makes a move back to the trend line it broke out of. And I can't stress that enough, because at the end of the day, yes, it requires more patience to go through a move like this. But if there's support at the trend line, in this case, the inverse head and shoulders neckline, if there's support there, it's double confirmation. It's a conservative confirmation if you're more of a conservative accumulator, trader, whatever. And in this case, if Bitcoin does see immediate resistance, maybe in this area, maybe we go higher. But if we come back down and test this, we really need to watch what happens at the apex of the symmetrical triangle and in that general vicinity. Now, if we're plotting a Fibonacci retracement, really getting technical with it from this previous swing low, from our last Fibonacci swing low, to say potential resistance right now where I do this video, we have Fibonacci support down here right in the apex of this triangle, 10,600 or so, up to around 10,700, give or take a little bit. But in reality, we really could test the lower trend line. We could really test this previous swing low. Be prepared for it. I don't mean to talk bearish on the short term when Bitcoin's making a bullish move, but we have some resistance just ahead of us. We're trading at $11,058 as I do this video. And if we go to this daily chart, this head and shoulders, the neckline of this head and shoulders, we've already seen resistance once. You can see right now Bitcoin is just below that area right now, $11,140, a very important area for Bitcoin to break. If we open this up a little bit, we can see Bitcoin right now just below this area, not even a percent, around 0.8% away from testing a key support area. Bullish. Watch for Bitcoin to break 11,140. Watch for Bitcoin to put a daily close in above $11,140. It's a critical area to watch for on the short-term charts. This is everything that's going on, everyone. We've been tracking that. We've been tracking this for a while now. This entire move for Bitcoin. It's awesome how these charts play out from a technical analysis perspective. If you've been paying attention, you've been seeing it in real time. It's been amazing. We've been tracking these Fibonacci's, this ping pong game, Bitcoin, as it sets up the symmetrical triangle. We almost got our perfect break, 74% to the apex, 12 hours off. The data is there, everyone. Just we got to be patient. We got to measure these moves. 12,500 is the target. Remember, this is from a prediction I did. This was a while ago. I think sometime early September maybe, but we have our swing high back in August, 12,500, to our swing low right here. This is the move we're waiting for, everyone, right around 11,900, 11,400. Can Bitcoin pull it off? Bitcoin on its way currently right now out of the symmetrical triangle. Time will tell, everyone. This was an ad-free video. You know it. Go download the Crypto.com card. Get $50 when you do it, and you get this Visa card that gives you basically cryptocurrency back for your purchases, pays for things like Spotify, Amazon Prime. Go get the card, $50 when you do it. Use Crypto Capital Venture as your code. I appreciate them sponsoring this video. You can also stake crypto. You can stake USD up to 8%, 18% on their Crypto.com coin. Come on, everybody. Earn interest on your crypto if you're holding. It's just an awesome play. They're in the top 10 on CoinMarketCap. They're making moves. A great company. Go download the app, Crypto Capital Venture code. Let's see what happens with Bitcoin on the short term. Will there be resistance at 11,140? We track it. We wait. We see. If there's a big move today, you better believe I'm doing another video. Have an awesome day. Hit the subscribe and like on your way out. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.